In 2004, with over 300,000 HIV-related deaths a year, our country hit crisis. South Africa was ranked worst in the world in terms of prevalence, and almost half the deaths in the country were HIV-related.
So in 2004, you really were lucky to get onto ARVs. There were people lying on the floors dying of AIDS. It just was routine. Every single day, we'd admit more skeletons to essentially with disseminated TB who would die.
Studies at the time showed that HIV could reverse economic progress through the decline of life expectancy. In 2005, the average South African was expected to live to 50 years old, with experts predicting another 2-year drop by 2010. In an effort to curb the growing crisis, the National Health Department started mass rollout of anti-retroviral treatment.
By 2008, probably 40 to 50% of people were getting onto ARVs. We're sitting probably around 70 and 80% now. Most people are now initiated outside of hospitals in the clinical environment. We now have the largest ARV program in the world. We've seen life expectancy jump dramatically up by almost 10 years.
Since the rollout, HIV-related deaths have dropped by at least 20%, and life expectancy has risen by 10 years. But a longer life inevitably means increased expenses, and patients now have to prepare themselves for lifelong treatment.
What would happen in 2004 is most people with HIV would just simply die. So they would never get treatment, and a tiny fraction would get treatment. Now what we have is a much larger fraction, probably 70–80% of them, getting treatment and requiring treatment for the rest of their lives. So that number increases and increases the pool of tablets that are required. So the budget for antiretrovirals is going to grow.
The country's national health budget has increased by 1,300% since 2004, more than half of which is dedicated to ARV treatment. Around 200,000 people rely on private medical aid schemes to cover their treatments, and life insurance for HIV-positive people is reported to be up to 50% higher than those who are negative. And as budgets are tightened all round, addressing HIV effectively might become a financial headache.
You know, in a place like South Africa where there's been a small decrease, it's from a staggeringly high bar. We're not going to have the end of AIDS in our generation or in our lifetime even. It's serious, it's here to stay, it's going to have consequences for every single sector of society, and it's going to be expensive.